Greetings to you all, my cherished viewers, listeners, and subscribers. This section, I'll be talking about parenting. This is one of the most interesting topics I'm going to talk about. Parenting comes along with dedication, patience, joy, and hard work. Congrats to all parents and guardians out there. And a big shout out to yet to be parents. Be good. Parenting, according to Zainab Empire, refers to the nurturing, grooming, monitoring, and coaching of children to ensure their overall mental, physical, spiritual, and social well-being, as well as to have well-rounded responsible works in life. Cambridge Dictionary also defines parenting as the raising of children and all the responsibilities and activities that are involved in it. While some kids have present but absent parents, others on the other hand have an absent but present parents. Each of these contribute to shaping the lives of children and has its own impact on them. An abbreviation and a popular saying, GIGO, which means garbage in, garbage out, highlights the importance of intentions or motives. This implies you reap what you sow. When you input nonsense into a computer system, you get same nonsense back as output, isn't it? In this case, when you raise kids with good intentions, love, and purpose, you see such results or with less deviations when they are older. However, when kids are raised with negligence, hate, maltreatment, and on abuse, you don't expect to have sober, lovely, and obedient words unless such children learn to unlearn your input. Carve a path that enhances their overall development towards becoming more humane and better than you. In simple terms, you don't sow corn and harvest tomatoes. At this juncture, I will be delving into some of the most effective approach of parenting for good outcomes. Lead by example. Parents and guardians are leaders and managers of their homes. Therefore, it becomes necessary and incumbent upon them to live the lives they want their children to emulate. An adage goes, action speaks louder than words. So kids tend to imitate parents' actions and what they see around them more than they listen. For this reason, guardians ought to model good behavior by demonstrating respect in how they treat others, exhibit healthy coping strategies, honesty, self-control, being disciplined, showing patience in daunting situations, admitting mistakes and apologizing when wrong. All this promotes emotional maturity, empathy, and integrity. Open communication. Effective and efficient communication is a must-have and a vital medium for any relationship or business to thrive, succeed, and last longer. Children must be treated with respect while maintaining authority, as respect is reciprocal. Open channel of communication allows kids to feel safe sharing challenges without fear of judgment or facing harsh repercussions. Parents should be approachable, not ones kids run away from and do not want their presence. Avoid shouting at kids, those of you who do that, and people around you. You may raise your voice a bit when necessary. Shouting doesn't solve any problem. It doesn't get the work done. Rather, it causes brain damage. It makes kids timid. It lowers their confidence level. It also causes hearing impairment later in life. Make rooms for tough conversation by enlightening them on sex education, illicit use of drugs, peer pressure, and its consequences. This enables worlds to open up to you by expressing their thoughts, fears, and emotions. Open communication strengthens parent-child bonds, minimizes secrecy, and supports problem-solving skills. This buttresses the sayings, "problem shared is half solved." Again, encourage independence with support. Guardians should balance guide with liberty. Assign age-appropriate role and house chores to children while you allow them make age-appropriate decisions and learn from their mistakes. For instance, in order for kids to be independent without always relying on your aid or that of a house help and having no entitlement feeling, teach and encourage them to at least sweep their rooms, tidy up the house, avoid littering around, wash dishes after using, encourage them to follow timetables to pack all they will need into their school bags while you cross-check. Also, allow them to choose appropriate outfits for right occasions. This session boosts child confidence. It eliminates over-reliance and entitlement feeling that households must do almost everything at home. Emotional availability and attentiveness. Whether you are absent or present parent, be emotionally available for your wards. They need that more than your physical presence. You must be attentive to their feelings, silent struggles, and achievements. This can be attained by listening attentively without rushing to advise or judge whenever they want to talk to you. Take note of the changes in their mood and behavior. Children develop emotional intelligence, trust, and security. Emotional availability reduces the chances of child wanting to confide in strangers instead of their first guardians. It gets rid of attention-seeking behavior because they want to be listened to. Avoid helicopter parenting and overprotection. It is high time parents stop being too protective of kids. This is because overprotectiveness has caused more harm than good to many children. Create an enabling environment that allows children to unearth their full potentials, skills, abilities, and to be themselves. This helps them to be assertive. Parents who are overly involved in child's life obscure the chances of children making decisions for themselves and solving life challenges. Eventually, what parents fear are born as a result of their overly involvement. For instance, where there is conflict among siblings, allow them to solve such misunderstandings before you step in without showing favoritism. Adapting to each child's needs. It is a requirement for all parents and guardians to identify and recognize each child's needs. You will only be able to do this if there is an enabling environment, if you are emotionally available, if there is open communication, spending great time with them, and more. This helps you get to know them better, spot their strengths and weaknesses, then it becomes easy for you to adapt to each child's development and growth needs. Know their friends, hobbies, and online activities. Be part of their interests without being too intrusive. Attend school events like Career Day, Speech and Prize Giving Day, Parent-Teachers Association meetings. Learn about the games they like and guide their media consumption thoughtfully. In an era of artificial intelligence, parental guidance will be much needed in order for kids to utilize it well but not over-depend on it to lose their cognitive ability to live. Balanced approach. Parents must employ both authoritative and liberal methods to raise kids. They should be warm and responsive with clear rules and expectations. Regardless of how much you love your kids, you should set boundaries and firm reasonable rules. Explain reasons behind rules to foster understanding and to ensure compliance. For instance, prioritizing assignment over fun time, house chores before TV time, time out against logical consequences. Teach morals and social values. Teach and instill moral, spiritual and social values as parents. Teach them fairness, empathy, kindness, gratitude, and integrity. This can be attained using real-life examples to explain and to emphasize on wrong and right. This enhances sense of purpose, responsibility, and healthy relationships. Consistent discipline. Make sure to maintain and revise the clear rules and boundaries you set. Keep your words. Don't say things you wouldn't do or you don't mean. Be consistent with the effect of flouting rules. This guides kids to know what to expect should they go against any rule. This rule should not be seen as punishment, instead, a disciplining tool to model and correct behavior for the positive outcomes you want from kids. Invent reward system. Since there are consequences for flouting rules, there should be incentive system to motivate good behavior, effort, and achievement. Celebrate perseverance and improvement. Praise efforts, not only outcomes. Normalize failure as part of learning to develop. This helps kids see challenges as opportunity to grow rather than reason to give up. Children develop spirit of resilience, motivation, and curiosity. Practice self-care. As parents and guardians, it is very important to put yourself first. Prioritize your mental and physical well-being. This is because if you are not alive or available in whole and with sound mind, you wouldn't be able to fulfill your parental roles and duties. You can do this through self-education or seeking support from other experienced and successful parents as well as professionals when the need be. Practice self-respect. Being mindful of yourself enables you to raise kids with patience, presence, direction, and clarity. Quality time. One of the greatest treasures of all gifts and things is time. Again, time to me is the most valuable asset. People spend time with those they love and value effortless. No one is ever too busy to ignore what matters to their heart. Everyone spends time on their interests and things that matters to them. Parents and guardians who dedicate time intentionally to nurture kids, be with them and spend a couple of periods to enjoy their company and be part of their world are highly valued and adored. Obedience and submissions are naturally induced from this point because children also take note of things around them. To sum it up, there is no perfect formula, method, or approach of parenting. Even this piece can be revised over time as we evolve. But being present, intentional, and adaptive can do the magic of raising good kids. Guardians should not be too strict nor too lenient. Love should guide, not spoil. Discipline should teach a lesson, not punish. Children stand to gain a lot when they are seen, heard, and trusted, not only controlled. Thus, combining limits, listening, and love contribute tremendously to the success of children as well as to achieve desired outcome of parenting. Thank you for staying by me once again.